Welcome to the Transformational Coach podcast with me, Rona Barton, giving you competence with confidence. Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to have you here again. This week, we're on our last topic for our energy and focus subject, and the topic is focus. So, I'm not sure how you've been feeling recently during the lockdown for COVID-19. We've had some restrictions relaxed a little bit in Scotland at the moment, but there's still lots of people working from home and in isolation and shielding. I'm just wondering if this has changed what you're able to focus on or the tips and tricks you use to keep yourself focused. For me, sometimes I'm most focused and determined when I know I've got a very short deadline or a short turnaround on a particular project. As long as I can give myself the space in my office, I've got everything laid out the way I need it, then I can sit down and I can really crack on with achieving my particular piece of work or the topic that I want to cover. Sometimes I am very distracted when I don't have a deadline, when there seems to be no urgency to a task, if it's just ongoing and I don't have any reason to really give myself a deadline. For example, I'm working on a book at the moment, but because I haven't given myself a time scale for getting it done, there are days where instead of sitting down and working on it, I get distracted by random YouTube videos or repeats on Netflix, for example, and I never actually get round to sitting down and writing. Whereas I know that if I set myself a deadline, I set myself an end target for a particular goal or objective, then I will make every effort to remain focused and determined to meet that target. So when are you most focused and determined? Time to make another list. Notepads and pens to the ready, ladies and gents. Whilst you are making this list about your most focused and determined, I'd like you also to think about what your top 5 priorities in life are right this minute. So as you listen to this podcast, and obviously you think about your current circumstances with your work and personal life, what are your top 5 priorities? Write them down. Write them down in any particular order. They do not need to be the highest priority at number 1, just the top 5 things that you've got for yourself at the moment. And then take a few minutes just to think about what benefits you could experience in your life if you focused more. What would improve for you? What would change for you? And whilst you're thinking about the benefits to these things, you're maybe also considering why you're not focused more on those areas. So what are your barriers to being focused? Where do you get distracted, or where do you distract yourself and get in your own way? I know for me, if I have a want to achieve list that seems endless, I can spend more time trying to prioritise it and figure out what to do first without actually getting on and doing it. So where do you get in your own way? And when you recognise that you are getting in your own way, what do you do to help get out of your way? What can you do to help you become super focused? As I mentioned at the start of this episode, for me, I know I can work best sometimes when I have a deadline, when I have an end date. And that usually means for me that I make a bit of a list as to what needs done for the particular project or subject that I want to achieve. And then I literally just start working through it one by one, ticking things off as I go, adding things in as they come to mind so that I don't forget about them. But what do you do to get yourself back on track with these things. I'm always open to new ideas, new hints and tips, so please message me and let me know. Get in touch. I have links associated with my various social media accounts tied into this podcast, so please do just drop me a message and let me know what it is that you do. And keep me posted on how you're doing with each of the topics that we've covered so far. We've already looked at your goals and dreams and setting goals and how to take action, how to persevere in these times and how you overcome obstacles, as well as looking at decluttering your life, thinking about bringing loving kindness towards you, as well as your energy, passion and commitment. This episode on focus is the last one in our energy and focus topic. And from next week, we'll be moving on to a new topic, which is around moving towards happiness. We'll look at that for a few weeks. Keep me posted on how you're doing. I'll keep this one nice and short this week so you can get on with other things. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.